Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Yokir tribe, our snowy mountain explorers who are currently not anywhere near snow or mountains. And that is because our tribe has settled down on this grassy island in the hopes of finding plenty of food and being able to gather up all the resources we can possibly get our paws on before we continue the exploration, searching out those icy genes that may be hiding on some more of the snowy islands. Unfortunately, we don't have a snow plort. Why am I calling it a plort every time? This is not Slime Rancher series. Stay focused. We don't have a snow port. There we go. A snow path. How about that? Leading us to a snowy land on this island, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to breed up a healthy generation of children, carrying on the prehistoric genes we've already gathered, and kind of scooch them along to do some island hopping and look for the snowy lands. So that's one of our big goals. A couple major issues that many of you have brought forth to my attention, one of which is the fact that we're not really doing very good on food right now, so we have to switch from all of these poor pregnant and very rapidly getting older creatures wandering around trying to look for nest to gathering up some food. We also really need to get a nest for Anka. She is the only one with that beautiful mammut foot, which I still absolutely adore. A lot of you guys have explained that mammut means mammoth in German. And I think that German is actually the first language that the niche game is created in. And then it's translated into many other languages, including English, for our enjoyment worldwide. But we definitely need to have Anka find a nest and have her baby. That's becoming a bit of a problem. And another thing that you guys have mentioned to me and that I have definitely taken into my attention is the fact that because my brain is a little bit wibbly because I'm not feeling my best the last couple weeks, didn't notice that I assigned the wrong father to Zuko. And there's actually so much irony to that, because Zuko in Avatar The Last Airbender, not the movie, but the actual show, please, not the movie. But Zuko in Avatar The Last Airbender, who this little one is kind of named after from the list of names you guys have provided me, I kept telling him that his father was Budo, and I told him all about his wonderful father Budo, and Budo was running around with Black Rose, and Budo and Black Rose for some reason didn't seem to be getting along, and that's because Budo is not actually Zuko's father. Dun dun dun! I'm sorry about that, Zuko. Budo is now the father of Zuko's half-sister, Siana, which a lot of you guys want me to name Azula. So, I'm kind of, I think we'll name her Azula. Come on. There we go. Azula, just for the giggles of it, because I think that would be pretty fun. But if we look in the family tree, then we can see that Kunu is actually Zuko's father. And that's a great thing. I actually need to have Black Rose breeding with more than one male. Some of you guys get kind of weird about that, but seriously, guys, the whole point is to pass on the genetics in as much diversity as possible. And I think you'd be quite surprised to learn how few creatures are actually monogamous, sticking to one mate in real life. A lot of the creatures like swans that everybody is like, oh, they mate for life. Yes, and if you DNA test the nest, usually a good 3/4 of the babies are born with like multiple different fathers. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for how the real world does have that genetic diversity. It's just a way to try to make sure your offspring are pretty healthy. And that's going to be happening with Black Rose, because she's the only one young enough with the hammer tail, which I have been calling armor tail, but same difference, to have more kids. Because Kosi is not going to be able to have the kids and pass on that hammer tail to as many of her children as I wanted, because she's quite old and we're really low on nest. We've been having a lot of issues with nest. I didn't think our tribe's precious prehistoric genes were going to be threatened with extinction because of nesting material. That is not what I thought this was going to turn out to be like. So we're going to try to gather up nesting material. We only have one permanent nest. Black Rose is on top of it. We also have an even split between you guys who want us to go to the flower plort land or who want us to go to the jungle. Did I say plort again? The flower path or the jungle path. A lot of you guys argue the jungle because it's more interesting, but remember guys, we're island hopping, so we could go to the jungle, but over here there's more trees to gather food, and that's going to be our priority for now. We're still pretty far away from being able to think about scooching to a new island. So enough of my rambling, let's get some food. We need something to eat. I'm going to move Wendia right here. She's going to eat this clam and she's going to eat this nut. And Raiju is going to eat this nut. Then over here, Lakila, who has been pursued by Raiju for quite a while, he's just totally enamored with her, and they have oh so beautiful armored body genetics, and they've got really nice immunity genes that they hopefully will be able to have healthy babies with. Holy moly, this is like the most productive tree ever. Isn't that amazing? Oh, the giving trees. Oh, maybe they'll end up having just a whiff of our really awesome like cookie tribe, if you guys remember them, with being able to enjoy the giving trees. All right, so those are the only ones I can reach there. I really need this nest to become available to me. So let's scooch Kois over here. And then she can dig this up and clear this away at least. We have to wait for Marimi to actually grow up. And then Anka can't collect anything either? What? What? Mammut foot, how could you? What's the point of having mammut foot? A lot of you guys say it's not really worth it, but it would be fun just to have within our genetics. But I'll let this... No, you weren't supposed to move, sweetie. You were just supposed to desperately collect the nesting material. All right, and let's have the boys. We have enough food to kind of survive for a minute. So I'm going to have Kunu. I actually need Kunu to get back over here to Black Rose. So I'm going to have him... Oh! Dun dun dun! Kunu, good job! I'm so proud of you! Kois! We might be able to have one more baby with Kois! Holy moly days! Ta! Guess what? No, dang it. Raiju? Yes, Raiju, guess what? You're about to become a father. Oh, Kois, stay alive for just one more day. Well, 2 more days, technically. All right, Ta, he is quite wounded, and Ta has a child. Did he have a child with Kois, actually? Who is Ta-Ta's child? Because I know he mated with somebody. Oh, but she hasn't had the baby yet. It was Windia. That's right. Windia and Ta kind of bumped into each other when we were fighting off that predator, and they ended up becoming mates, and Ta-Ta's life is beginning to reach kind of an end. So let's see, and we're gonna have Kunu continue on. No, you were supposed to move. I gotta be more careful with how I'm clicking. So Kunu's going to continue on over to Black Rose and join her over here. Meanwhile, Azar and Amy are at the end of their life. We're gonna have Katie. Thank you guys for letting me know we've already had a Katie. I think it's okay because I can't remember her off the top of my head, so maybe this means she'll have an opportunity to really leave behind a good name. We're gonna have these two have one last baby because we're about to lose Azar. I'm really gonna miss him. They have their very oddly mutated child Tata, the little trickster. He's gonna be fun to play with, and he's going to actually come over. And thank goodness for his antlers, by the way. Antlers and big body. And big body actually gives 1 defense. And something a lot of you guys have been wanting me to try is to see if the armored body creatures would be defended from cactuses. And that would be really cool if they were. So we're going to look at that. But this Tata is quite interested in the waterways. So he's going to come and do something that none of the creatures of our tribe, none of the creatures of the Ukir tribe have ever done, and he's going to dive into the water. I think they're all going to freak out, but that's just going to be what he's going to do. We're going to go ahead and just destroy this nest because we don't really want to be here. And the nesting material is quite precious. And then we'll have Azar. I kind of want to just let him peacefully rest. I'm gonna let him peacefully rest right on this edge. I know it wastes a couple moves, but I just really feel like Azar has done so much. He and the others really did so much. Maddox's child, we had Glacier, we had Zafira. They really worked so hard and managed to get the tribe safely exploring that other island. So I want Azar to have a moment as one of the last of the originals who remember the Balanced Bear land, the mysterious land where the genetics first came from. I want him to have just a little moment to himself. All right, so then down here, I'm actually going to have Tria. She is so awesome. Work her way over to this tree, maybe? Or she should probably, with this beautiful armored body, Tria, don't change your name. I saw you try to do that. We may have Tria actually work her way over here. Yeah, because Raiju could possibly be a good mate for her, I think. No. He has immunity E. What about Tata? Immunity E. Kunu, immunity E. Oh, I'm having a lot of little baby girls, actually. Tata, G and K. Somehow Tata and Tria have lined up. That's kind of funny. But they both have armored body. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the hammertail. So we'll have to just have some babies and see where we go. But I wonder, should I send her and Tata over here? Or should I send her over here? That's pretty close. Alright, I'm going to send her this direction. Just for the heck of it, just to see what's hiding over in this corner. And then I'll have little Zuko. He's going to start digging stuff up and help with gathering the grasses. And little Meme is going to pop over here and help out too. And Black Rose, I'm going to have her scooch off the nest so the baby can grow up. And Budo. Oh, they weren't able... Oh, no! Black Rose and Budo just are having such a hard time having any kids together. They had failed matings again, but we need to see it through. Azula is going to be a pretty cool creature. And she does have that hammertail recessive. And, oh boy, we have hammertail recessive over here with Marimi, but that's another female. Okay, we need more males with the traits that we're really going after. All right, we have one female on the nest, so let's go ahead and see what Amy's last child is going to be, while her wonderful mate Azar unfortunately has reached the end of his lifespan. I feel like there's a cultural gap within the Yukir tribe because we don't have something to do with our elders yet, and maybe living on this warm land instead of a snowy area where they're scraping away for survival all the time will allow the Yukir tribe to start thinking about such things. But for now, oh, goodbye. Oh, I'm gonna miss him so much. He did just have a son though, so that's a good thing. And it's a son with recessive armored body. And we're gonna name him Vanat, which is one of the names off my big giant list of names. Holy moly, you guys have been adding to it over the last few episodes. Thank you so much for that, because that's really cool. And what's this? What's this? Oh, just the gills are listed as one of the genes that we can now play with. Also, we may start working in those large ears. I just want to make sure we don't have any blind eyes either. All right, so Vanat, I'm so sorry. Born just as your father passes away and your mother is about to. But he's going to be a strong little one. Let's see, recessive armored body. I guess I need to really start focusing on only breeding the creatures with armored body to the creatures with the hammer tails. This is going to be hard to get those in there. You guys are right. All right, let's just focus on survival for a moment. And Kosi, we're going to try to get you to have one more baby. And I need you to have the baby. All right, I know how to do this. We're going to move Kunu over here. And Kunu is going to need to get across the river. So we'll let him stay right here. Oh, there's some fish. I think little Tata would be very... he can't attack the fish. His fishing ability isn't high enough to get that fish. Gosh darn it. I was really hoping it would be. Alright, and we need Kosi in the nest. There we go. One last baby. Raiju, why can't you move any faster than that? I guess Kosi is just going to have to risk having a child with Tatata. Because that's just the options that we've got available to us. Come on. Is she pregnant? Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so Kosi is going to have one last child. Oh, Kosi, please pass on that hammertail. I'm really, really needing that. I'm so sorry that I haven't done a better job for you. Oh gosh. Alright, we'll see if she can pass on the hammertail. Meanwhile, her daughter, Marimi, is going to be jumping around. Lakila can gather up from there. And now we can have Windia. No, what am I doing? Anka, get in that nest. Get in that nest. And actually, I think Anka is like really antisocial and really kind of always fussing about the others being near her. But I think secretly, Lakila and Windia would start just in their own calm way that the armored bodied creatures often are, being very kind to her, because the armored bodied creatures are much more laid back since they don't have to worry about dying every 2 seconds. And I think Anka might be really sort of letting her defenses down and becoming better friends with them as a result. Aw, we only got one acorn that time. Alright, and Lakila, we'll move you over here, and you can share some berries with Anka, which is probably going to make her happy. And Raiju can step over next to Lakila and kind of side-eye her, and a little romance will begin here, because he has those beautiful armored body recessives, and their immunity genes line up. They've actually got some pretty rare immunity genes, too. Apparently the rarest is immunity J. A lot of you guys were telling me about that last time. Alright, so what to do over here? Tria, I'm going to continue having you move over here, I guess. And we'll figure it out from there. Oh my gosh, there's some bunnies. Sweet, there's some bunny food. Wonderful. All right, maybe Meme will follow you over there. She's also got the armored body. We'll just have to sort out who's going to be breeding with who later. All right, up we go, and we'll explore this tree. We'll have to see what kind of food we have over there. Meanwhile, I think Zuko is just very, like, determined to take care of things in this area. All right, Black Rose, you need to get pregnant, please. Oh, there we go. All right, so she managed to finally get pregnant, which should help her out. And Budo can clear this grass away, which will help us with movement more. I don't really think I need to focus on hunting with them and using the stealth of the grasses. What we really want are more materials, which is why I keep working on that so hard. All right, Samora and Katie. Holy moly, Katie! This is what we need, runner's leg. Actually, I feel like I want runner's leg more than anything so that we're able to get our creatures all over the place super fast because they're going to be exploring for those ice blocks. And that's super important. So Katie, hats off to you. That's pretty cool. She's feeling warmed up. She also has Crackerjaw. She does have the 3 defense. And she's a curious young one. So we're going to move her over here and we're going to just risk once going ahead and having her try collecting fruit from the cactus just to see if we're able to do anything with that big defensive boost that she has. So I don't know if this works. This is an experiment. Oh no, it didn't work. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Oh, I didn't know you'd get hurt. I really thought maybe with her. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, guys, it doesn't work. Okay, you would think it would because of the defense. Maybe that's something that should actually be allowed because the cactuses, you know, they would make an interesting food source, and it would be a cool twist of instead of having your creatures bulk up on defense with the armored body for the sake of like fending off predators, if it was so that they could eat from cactuses, that would be another evolutionary tactic for why you might have a very defensive body. So I might mention something like that, but I'm really sorry for Katie because I didn't mean to hurt her like that. It was just sort of an experiment that definitely didn't pan out. And then Amy needs to stay here next to all her babies, but I'm gonna go ahead and let her destroy this nest. There we go. Because I don't see a lot of our creatures returning down to this spot. All right. Black Rose, Kosi, and Anka are all on the nest, you guys. We're going to have babies. We're going to have babies. We're going to have so many babies. And I actually want to make sure that we have either the choice of antlers or ram horns in, to be honest. And let's do this. You guys ready? Oh! Kosi passed away. Holy moly, Black Rose, beautiful child. Look at this little guy. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna name you? Oh gracious. Okay, I'm gonna name you, let's see, Lux. Well, Lux is more for like light. We do actually have someone who wants a creature named Shadow, and I feel like that would fit this guy very well. I mean, look at him, he's beautiful. Wow. All right. And he has very low fertility. Boo. He also has recessive armored body and recessive hammer tail, but he is a healthy little one. Just he's going to have a hard time having kidlets. So, whoa, that's pretty. All right. So he looks like a pretty healthy one. Good job, Black Rose. Hopefully we can have lots more babies with you. And then, oh, Kosi. Kosi passed away, but thankfully her son was born. He looks just like his dad, Ta, except no antlers, unfortunately. We're gonna name him Zokir, which is another name that you guys have suggested. Holy moly, I love having this giant name list, by the way. It's so helpful, thank you. It's really huge, so if you haven't seen your name used yet, know that there's hundreds of names, but we're gonna have hundreds of creatures, so it's gonna totally work out. But little Zokir, he is a double digger paw with recessive armored body and recessive hammer tail. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to play this. And then Mammoth Foot! We have another little boy, and he's got Mammoth Foot and recessive armored body. Oh, interesting. We're going to name this little one, let's go with Amor, maybe? Yeah, he seems like an Amor. All right, so there's another little baby we've got. All males this time, which is quite interesting. And now I need to decide who to do what with. Oh my goodness, there's so many things happening. Okay, well, little Tatata is chasing down fish. That's what he's doing. And there's, oh, he can go ahead and like fetch that. I kind of don't want to pass the gills through our tribe. I really think keeping Crackerjaw is so much more efficient for the things that we're currently doing, gathering up all of this food, stuff like that. Can I get across the river safely? All right, and now Tria is across the river, which may be a bad idea, but we'll just have to see how things play out. And Zuko is fully grown with recessive hammertail and recessive armored body. So I may actually have to have him possibly mate with his sisters, either Tria or Meme, because we would pass on, I think Tria, oh dang it, Tria doesn't have the recessive hammertail. Shadow's a male. Azula, recessive armored body, recessive hammertail. But they may, that would make really interesting story, but they may have to do that in order to keep that hammertail going. We'll have to see. Which were the two babies that Kosi managed to have? Were they both males? Let me check really quickly. All right, Kosi, I'm so sorry you passed away. Okay, she had one female, Marimi. So Marimi has recessive hammertail and recessive armored body, and unfortunately the immunity E, which also Zuko has. But Marimi would make a good mate, and then Kosi, otherwise she just had boys. So where is Marimi? Right over here. So she is ironically just as related or like just as bad as Azula because of the immunity E thing, but it may be worth it to try having children with them. We'll have to see how many more children Black Rose has. Maybe we'll end up getting somebody who's not immunity related at all, which would be quite the boon. So we'll have to see. We'll wait on making him go ahead and have a mate then. All right, Black Rose, meanwhile, my dear, you're gonna come right over here. And should you have another child with Buko? So far the children she's had with Buko are pretty healthy. All right, we're going to scooch up here. Not to mention, it's taking Kunu a little while to get back over there. So, all right, good. She's pregnant. We'll build a nest. And there we go. And continue trying to clear out material. These little ones, look at Samora go. Holy moly. Man, maybe she should mate with... That immunity E is prevalent in everyone, isn't it? Man, I love those runner's legs though. All right, Samora, we're gonna send you over here, my little one. And then we're also gonna send your sisters with you. Oh no, Vanut! Velvet Paw is not very useful, but man, these guys have high fertility. You know, we haven't had twins in a long time now that I think about it. And I think that Amy may kind of guide her children this direction to kind of let them know, you need to come over here now and you need to come be with this side of the tribe. I should probably try to focus everybody on the same side. So I might move these two T sisters pretty soon. All right, speaking of who to move around, let's actually have Tata clear away a few spots because I can't really see what I'm doing over here very easily. Marimi can come over here and maybe gather from this berry bush, and I need to have Anka mate with somebody, and all of the males nearby except for little Tata, Anka and Tata, they may end up having a child together. That may be a very interesting thing, but Tata is the only one with the G and the K, so I think he might actually find himself becoming quite popular. But I want armored body. Do I have any fully armored body males over here? I think Budo is my only one, and he has that immunity E. Gosh darn, I'm low on armored body males. I have quite a few... Yeah, I have quite a few who have armored body recessive. All right, we'll have to work on that. Anka... Nobody for her to really safely mate with then. I mean, we could try Raiju, but I don't really like his velvet paws. Oh gosh, this is gonna get kind of messy, isn't it? And Anka, meanwhile, I just need to make sure she passes on some Mutfut to her children. And she's only had one child. I'll wait for Tata to grow up then. And I will let her just focus on clearing this away for now. And then we have to wait for the babies to get out of the nest. And Lakila, just innocently gathering berries here with Raiju. I think that they're going to have, let's see, he'll gather a berry. And then, dang it. Yay! All right, now she's expecting a baby. Wonderful. So I think those two are now expecting, well, I know those two are now expecting. Then can I kick the tree? And gather up a nut, and we'll let Wendia and Tatata finally have their child soon too. All right, holy moly. Trying to keep these genetics. You two, I'm actually going to scooch these two up and around and over to these trees because I need to keep the family much closer together so that I can really keep tabs on who's where and how to make sure that I get the genes where I want them to go because I don't want to spend forever here. All right, so Black Rose is about to have another child. She is actually doing very well with Budo here. They kind of make sort of like a royal family look, don't they? And their next child, another... Oh, my. That's a little rude, you know. Does anyone else feel that this is just a teeny bit rude? Just a teeny bit. Just stepping out of the distance like this. This is not going to happen. All right, the birth of Rara. And we're actually going to give her a new name. Let me go ahead and check my list at random. We're going to go with the name... Let's go with Jasmine. That's a very beautiful name. And I mean, her mom is named Black Rose after all. So Jasmine, sorry about this, darling. K and E are wonderful immunity genes to have though. And this is a little interesting. However, Black Rose does happen to have quite the wallop on the end of this tail of hers. So let's see, we're gonna move little Shadow out of the way of danger. Budo's gonna come over. And then thankfully, all right, can we get, come on. Oh gosh, okay, okay, this may seem like an interesting, okay, oh gosh, okay, what do I do? Let's see, we're gonna have Black Rose attack him again, and then I think the ladies would be quite offended that their mom is in danger, and wiggle their way over, because Tria has armored body, so she wouldn't have to worry about anything. Alright, and then we're gonna grab this, and I'm just gonna move him back over. It was a waste of time to move him over there in the first place. And then can I get you up here? How many more? The carnivore is going down slowly but surely. Oh boy. All right. This is interesting. Oh dear. And Kunu, you're finally back just in time to see like Black Rose, his mate, in danger. We'll have to take care of that. Oh, and Amy passed away and her children are just like diligently working their way towards the rest of the tribe like she told them to. That's so sad. Okay, we'll work on that. Zokir, who is Tata's child and does have the recessive hammertail, or Tatata's, excuse me, is going to stay over here with his dad, I think. And then we'll let Tatata kind of focus on clearing away some of these pieces. And then Anka, and then Tata just pops up. And I've got it, you guys! No wonder these two would have clicked, because Anka looks really weird compared to the rest of the tribe. Only her son has any traits that look similar to her, right? And then Tata over here looks really weird compared to the rest of the tribe. So I think that she would finally find the creature that she could open her heart up to and feel like she could be part of the tribe with. So she fell in love with the oddball out. And they had a little bit of trouble. Oh, thank goodness. They had a little bit of trouble, but she's going to have another child. I think that works out great. And it does mean that their immunity genes are currently matching, which should help us out. Holy moly, we're so low on food. This is not good, not good. Oh, there's a bunch of clams. Should probably collect up those clams. And let's see, we're going to get itty bitty little armor out of the nest. He can help out with collecting the nuts under the tree. Look at... Oh my gosh. Look at his big paw. That is so cute. I wonder if he would kind of wave it at the other kids in the nursery. Like, yeah, this is my paw. Let's see. And then Lakila, Wendia has been pregnant the longest. Should I have her make a nest right here? I'm going to go ahead and let her make a nest. And then she's going to become nest sisters. We'll grab a couple of these pieces of food with Lakila, and they both casually consider themselves a nest sister of Anka, even though she sort of rejects socialization until she met Tata. All right, so let's take care of this little predator problem. Everybody has rushed to the defense of Black Rose. Did Black Rose just get hit? Oh, not good. Not good. What just happened? Holy days. What do you mean mutations? Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Predator first, and then we'll look at all of the mutations. Black Rose, no! Of all the creatures she could have attacked her, we're surrounded on this side. Tria took that one out. Budo is going to everybody's sharing that meat. Of all the creatures he could have attacked, I had several armored bodied creatures. All right, Black Rose, let's scoot you in here. Make sure you can have more babies. As sad as that sounds, we need her to have as many babies as possible. And then Kunu, I think, would like rush around and dig up roots to try to offer her a little bit of food. And Budo, we've got to have him collecting up food or something, because this is getting pretty scary on the food levels, to be completely honest. All right, and then I'm going to have Meme start heading over to the other side along with her sister, because I really do feel that I need them. I need all my creatures. Twins! Oh my gosh! Lakila! It was true love, and now they have had twins. Holy days. And we've got another baby with Mamutfut in the back. Oh my gosh. Okay, a lot going on. All right, so let's see. We will have little Azula help out with the berries there. And then Zuko is really good at roots, so we'll have him come over and dig up a couple roots, because he's determined to make sure his family is taken care of. Everybody's huge fans of their mother, Black Rose. And then Shadow has a bit of collecting, so he just sniffed out some berries. And it looks like the family, kind of under Black Rose's guidance, with her sort of like quiet and solemn, very strict mentality, is making sure to guide everybody where they need to go. All right, and meanwhile, down here, Samora just found a nice clam. And Vanta is going to be scooching over. There's a bazillion and a half of those crabbits. Did you guys see that? And then Katie can come over and she'll be like, hey, there's some nuts here. We were sent by my mother Ame. And Raiju would remember Ame, thankfully. So we'll have him gather up some food there. We can have little Amor come over. He can help out over here. And then let's get a good look at the newborn babies. So this little one, dun 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 dun, has armored body, full-bodied armored body with, look at that beautiful high fertility. That's fantastic. Who's your Windia? I think that's Tata's child, so they may need to have more children, because that turned out fantastic. All right, and he's going to be named, we're gonna go with Orim. Iron? Orim. That's another name from our gigantic name list. And so we'll name him that. And then we're going to have another male over here. Ooh, with a beautiful violet eye recessive. And unfortunately, recessive armored body. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I guess right now we just need to focus on having lots of creatures. Except now we have a few too many. And we need to focus on them getting food now more than anything. But we have another male. I think we're going to go ahead and name him Vatanu, because that's another name that you guys have come up with. And then a female, full armor body. Yes! Yes! Okay. Definitely a good thing there. Need to have her possibly become a mate with Orim. Maybe. We'll have to see. And this little one is going to be Ruki. There we go. So her name's going to be Ruki. I really like that name. She's very lovely. She has one runner's leg, which I really like too. And then over here, we've got Lana with one mammoth foot and medium body and big body. Ugh. So even though we were trying really hard, maybe I need to have Anka go ahead and mate with a full-bodied. I think she does need to mate with a full-bodied armored male, but the only one I have is Budo. Anka, why? I really desperately needed that armored body to stay in the family. So, I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do about that. All right, but she's had her beautiful baby, and we're gonna name her, let's go with Rune. Yeah, let's go with Rune. That's a lovely name. I have such a gigantic, beautiful list of names. But all right, so what are we learning so far? I think I'm going to have to start curating the genes even more carefully. We're having lots of babies right now, but every generation I'm going to have to weed through, kind of gently paying attention to immunity, but mostly paying attention to the genes that we'll never be able to get again unless we find another creature on a snowy island. So we're going to have to be very careful. On Black Rose's side of things, we're getting very low fertility children. On this side of things, we're starting to see the armored body slip out of place, and and the hammertail hasn't really taken place at all. So our next big goal will probably be to get everybody to start scooching over to this side so I can kind of keep an eye on them, with the exception of little ones like Rune, who I can tell probably are not going to be part of our genetic family tree. She's got recessive blind eyes, she's got a little bit of low fertility, and other than that mammoth foot, she doesn't have any of the traits we really are going after. Whereas over here, Amor has cracker jaw and recessive armored body. He'll probably stay in the gene pool. So what would happen is we would send little creatures like Rune off to some of the further away spots to kind of start their own little cultivation of the trees and the plants and the bunnies from those sides to help us with food. So we're doing pretty good. I just have to get much more specific with who is going to be allowed to breed once we finally kind of phase out Anka and Black Rose and lose out on whatever genetics they might provide to us. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm absolutely loving it. I love their stories and I love sharing it with you guys. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.